started King's Quest 2. Heir to the throne. So, to recap, Graham found all the three magic things that we needed in King's Quest 1, which is the mirror that he's looking at right now, the magic chest, and a magic shield, which protects the bearer. To reach it, he must pass through a magic door in the nearby land of Kolyma. Graham must save the princess. All right. Put on the adventurer's hat. So, I only vaguely remember this game. Like, King's Quest 1 really made a great impression on me. Bravely, he sets off to find the land of Kolyma, and the beautiful maiden. All right. Well, here we are. Let's save Elke playthrough. You guys know how this goes by now. I'll have a million saves. Save early, saved often. There's no directory named Elke playthrough. All right, hang on a second. There we go. All right, about to save the game described as Elke playthrough in file KQ2SG1. Look, beach. The glittering white sand of the beach feels warm from the sun. The azure water of the ocean laps up to its edge. So can we go in the ocean? I guess we're gonna need a new map, right? Oh, there's fish. Look, fish. A large, colorful fish playfully leaps out of the water around you. Can we dive? Get fish. All right, let's go back. Look, tree. The leaning palms sway in the ocean breeze. All right, here we go. New notebook page for King's Quest 2. And hopefully the map is similar, but we're gonna put this in the middle. Beach. There we go. And we know we can swim, but we're gonna go this way first, I guess. I truthfully don't remember this game at all. So it'll practically be like a first time playthrough. I love you, Johnny. You're welcome, honey. Look, flowers. Look, woods. This is a heavily wooded area. It would be easy to get lost amongst the trees. Look, trees. Right. You just heard me talking to my husband. I just made us an adult drink. The drink of choice. Oh, it appears you have run into Little Red Riding Hood. She looks a little troubled. Okay. Little Red Riding Hood. One second. You see the dog? He's like... probably gonna want me to go feed him soon. Talk, Little Red. You get no response. Talk, little. Talk, girl. Tearfully, Little Red Riding Hood explains that someone stole her basket of goodies while she was picking a bouquet of flowers. Could you help her find it? Help, girl. We can't do that, at least not now. Okay, so we need to find her basket of goodies. So one basket of goodies. We're gonna write this down. And we're gonna save. All right, I am back with a snack, and I had to feed the dog. He was hungry. Let's save the playthrough. All right. Too far away from the girl. Where'd she go? Sorry for the food. Okay. House. Grandma's house. Lo and behold, when you open the mailbox, you see a basket of goodies. All right, let's go back and see if she will show up again. We'll just wait here for a second. Oh my goodness. So she lost her goodies. You're carrying a basket of goodies. There are many good things to eat in the basket of goodies. There she is. It appears you have run into Red Riding Hood. She looks troubled. Help, girl. Let's catch up to her. She'll kind of path back this way, I think. Talk, girl. Cheerfully, she explains, could you help her? Okay, we said this. Give basket. Give basket, girl. Okay, she's going to get close to us. Do it now. Too far away. Oh my gosh. Do I have to be like right on top of her? I guess. Gratefully, Little Red Riding Hood accepts the basket of goodies. In return, she gives you her bouquet of flowers. Okay, we got some good points there. One side quest solved. And she goes skipping off. Okay, are we going into Grandma's house? We know the story of Little Red Riding Hood. The cozy cottage is located in a thick wood. A patio shades the front entrance and flowers adorn the window box. Take flowers. You have better things to do than to dilly-dally around picking flowers. Okay. Knock door. You knock loudly on the door and hear a muffled "come in." Okay, open door. Oh dear, a wolf in Grandma's clothing is in the bed. Get out of there fast. Well, let's get out. All right, we will come back to the house. I'm gonna move my notebook over here. We're gonna have to dispatch that wolf eventually. I should recreate him 8-bit, right? Should. Look, woods. It would be easy to get lost amongst the trees. Just like in King's Quest 1, we are going to stick close to the perimeter because, well, we know that's dangerous otherwise. So we can escape woods. Bring this mic just a little closer to me. There's a church. Look, bush. There are not many bushes or shrubs here. Look, church. This is an old monastery. The monks living here often help travelers in need. Monastery. So, That's supposed to be the bell ringing, I'm assuming. It's kind of annoying. So I remember Little Red Riding Hood from this. I don't remember the monastery. This page is also the monastery. Should we knock or should we just go in? It is not necessary to knock at a church door. All are welcome. All right, well, we're saving first because we know. Can we actually go into the pews? No. Kneel. Talk monk. You speak to the praying monk, but he does not respond. He seems deep in worship. Pray. You kneel near the altar, bowing your head, you pray. The plump monk lifts his head from prayer and seems to notice you for the first time. He stands and asks your name. Tell monk name. Talk monk. Can I be of service? The monk asks. What name do you go by? King Graham. The kindly monk explains that he has heard of you and your quest. Here is my cross. It will protect you from evil, he says. He removes a chain with a silver cross from around his neck and gives it to you. The monk then resumes his prayers. Okay, that was nice of him. Is that what lets us look at it? You see a shiny silver cross dangling from a silver chain. All right. Look, cross. I meant that cross, but okay. We got what we needed from here, I think. I had to let that drink kind of water down just a little. It was some stout bourbon. Look. Canyon. A deep chasm wanders off to the north. All right. Chasm. So now we can't keep going. We can't go north. We can't go east. All right. We went south. There's a little bit of a lake. Looks like. Look, water. What a lovely little lake. It's sparkling fresh. Its sparkling water looks so clean and fresh. Look, rocks. The rocks are of the usual sort of rocks. Nothing special. Look, mountain. The mountain range is wild and rugged. It would be impossible to cross unless you could fly like a bird. Clue. That's a clue. Drink water. A beautiful fairy floats down from the sky. Look, fairy. The pixie-like fairy has golden blonde hair, translucent wings, and an endless supply of fairy dust. Is she gonna make us sing? Fly, I mean? The fairy starts sprinkling fairy dust on you. Good King Graham, I am here to help you. I give you a protective spell against certain elements, but beware, it only lasts for a short time. Okay, so she's like the fairy godmother in King's Quest 1. Even the same music. Fairy. Oh, she left. Okay, we're gonna go west. Look and stump. Look, rock. There's a small opening at the base of one of the boulders. Rock. Hole. So let's go over there real quick. We'll go look at the hole. Oh, you can see the mountain range off in the distance, even though we didn't see snow there. Look, hole. There is a glittering diamond and sapphire brooch lying in the ground in between the opening and the rocks. All right, take brooch. And get the brooch. So we're gonna save, since this is a pivotal moment. So now we have a cross, a bouquet of flowers, and a brooch. The brooch has an enormous sapphire encircled by 2 rows of glittering diamonds. And look, there's another cross. I don't know if that's on purpose. I'm going to say probably yes. Look, tree. Many trees shade your way as you journey through the land of Kolyma. Look, flowers. So these trees are dead. Dead trees. That's kind of foreboding. So we will keep going west. Look, water. The lake is foul and stinking. It may be poisoned. All vegetation looks dead around it. We probably don't want to touch this water. I think we would get really sick. Probably die. The rocks are the usual sort. Look, tree. The trees around the poison lake are dead. Well, that's evident. Good lake. 3. Look, lake. But then there's this fresh lake right here. So whatever corruption is around hasn't reached this lake yet. Okay, look, lake. What a lovely little lake. Its sparkling water looks so clean and fresh. Look, rocks. We are 1 room below where we saw Little Red Riding Hood. We're going to keep going west. And now we are to the ocean. Beach. I feel like at some point we're going to have to go out into the ocean. Look, palm. The glittering white sand of the beach feels warm from the sun. The azure water of the ocean laps up to its edge. What's this? Look, ocean. It looks inviting. So they're trying to get us to go swimming. I don't think we want to do that just yet. Climb tree. There's nothing but green coconuts in the palm trees, and the trees are too slippery to climb. Rock. The rocks are the usual sort. All right, we are going to go south and go back to the east. Oops. Look, rocks. There was a large rock in the ocean a short way from the shores. From the shore, small waves lap at the edges. Can we climb up there? The rocks along the ocean are too dangerous to climb. So I vaguely remember this part, and we will definitely need some further investigation there. I think we have a visitor that hangs out on this rock. Okay, this is another forest. This is below the clean lake, just after we passed the dead lake. It's really like a river. A lake. Dead lake. I'm just gonna put that there. Let's... Just because I know we're gonna die, we're gonna go in. Let's touch the water. See what happens. Yeah, it doesn't let you swim. It's a poison lake. Too bad you die of extreme poisoning. Poor Graham. Rip. They give us a smart response. We knew that was going to happen. Ken and Roberta Williams wish to thank you for playing King's Quest 2. We are very sorry that you did not succeed and hope you will fare better next time. Good luck. Restore. Alright, so we can't cross that, but we knew that. Where's... This will probably have something interesting. Look tree. The trees around the poison look whole. Nothing special, but there's probably something in this stump, right? Look stump. Look in stump. Look tree. Okay, I'm kind of surprised. Dead lake. Stump. Right. We're gonna keep walking south. So we'll have to figure out how to cross the river, the lake, whatever it is. What's that? A little bit of vegetation. All right, do we go back? You know what? Let's go up and we're gonna go west again. Because we didn't go that way. We'll come back to this. Look, trees. There is a stake. Oh, let's get the stake. Tree. Okay, I can kind of see where this might be going. We have a stake and we have a cross, a silver cross. Take stake. Let's look at it. It appears to be an ordinary tent stake, but is it? Is it an ordinary tent stake? And now we're back at the ocean again. Beach. Look log. Look beach. Let's get that clamshell. Okay. You can see the rock off in the distance. Take clamshell. When you pick up the clamshell, you see that there was a sparkling sapphire and diamond bracelet under it. Take bracelet. Okay. We save again. Let's look at our inventory. We're going to look at the bracelet. The bracelet looks like it would fit a small wrist. It is a circlet of diamonds surrounded by beautiful blue sapphires. And we have a sapphire brooch. But let's look at the clamshell. This is just an ordinary clamshell. There doesn't seem to be anything special about it. Let's open it. You open the clamshell and discover that it is empty. There's nothing special about it. Okay. Let's go down. Beach shell. Right. We will eventually explore the ocean. Just kinda. Guess we can't walk quite that way. Look, palm tree. And there's a rock. Let's go stand on this rock. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Can we get back up? Oh no. Let's swim around to the beach. All right, that scared me. All right, we can't. Look, rock. Nothing special about the rocks. Can we take one of these coconuts? They kind of look like a face. But I know it's coconuts, obviously. You cannot get the coconut, at least not now. All right, so if we go this way, we're gonna see what's in this next room. Dead River's one room over. Big trees. You are in a grove of giant trees. A sign appears to be attached to the back of one of the trees. All right, forest sign. Let's go read the sign. Read sign. Hear ye, hear ye. Sierra is pleased to announce Space Quest, the Syrian Encounter. Become Roger Wilco, sanitation engineer aboard the space lab Arcada, not Arcadia. Save Xenon from those bad boys of the universe, the Saurians. King's Quest 3 to air as human. You are Gwydion. Gideon? Gwydion. Young slave to the evil wizard Mananem. Discover his magic and use it to free yourself from his thrall. 1986, Sierra Online. Incorporated. King Graham scratches his head in puzzlement at this confusing message. It doesn't appear to be a part of his quest. Nice. The old hag Hagatha is nearby. You can hear her cackling. Let's put this bag. Let's make a note here. You can hear her smacking her gums as she comes closer. She would love to have you for dinner, and I don't mean as a guest. Get out of here! All right. Another lake. All right. I wonder if she's why... Oh, look, we got a trident. What's this? Look, plants. Look, trident. You are not carrying it. Take trident. You pick it up and carry it with you. The trident is rusty and corroded. It somewhat looks like a pitchfork. All right, it's time to save. And we're gonna mark that on our map. Trident. So many rocks. Look, rocks. I feel like I kind of want to keep going south. Rocks. Oh. Creepy skull cave. Look, cave. Whoops. The Forbidden Cave is the home of Hagatha, the wicked old hag. There are human skulls on stakes at the entrance. This is not a reassuring sign. So I would think we will eventually have to kill her, but we don't know how yet. I guess we can go in there for now real quick. Could we kill her with the trident? Look, cage. We're gonna take that cage. You pick up the gilded bird cage with the nightingale in it. The little bird starts singing prettily. A moment later, it stops. All right, look, cauldron. Whoops, look, cauldron. The iron cauldron is bubbling with a nasty smelling brew. A hot fire burns underneath. Take skull. Yuck, what a terrible thought. Take cauldron. Okay. Take logs. All right, we're gonna leave here. Save again, now that we have the bird. And let's go east.